Hello everyone, my name is Elvin. Welcome to Weekly VOC News, where we bring you the latest and the most significant news around Chinland this week. Here are tonight's news headlines. CNF rejects allegation by Chin Brotherhood over death of AA member during detention. The Chin National Front CNF has responded to allegations by the Chin Brotherhood CB, stating that the claim about the ARC and Army soldier dying from torture while in CNF custody is baseless and without evidence. Chin government demands justice for rape of Chin woman by 2 AA soldiers. The Chinland government, along with the Ministry of Women, Youth and Children Affairs, has strongly condemned the rape of a Chin woman from Saisin village in Palawa Township by 2 AA soldiers. They have called for transparent prosecution and appropriate punishment for the perpetrators. Clashes in southern Kalay kill around 20 junta troops. Fierce fighting broke out between the military junta and allied resistant forces after junta troops launched an offensive on Jiansa village located in southern Kalay Township, Sagaing region. Reports indicate that around 20 junta soldiers were killed during the clashes. Junta airstrike destroys homes and injures civilians in Chin's Webulat town. An airstrike by the military junta on Webulat town, Phlam Township, Chinland, destroyed at least 15 houses, including a monastery, and injured 6 civilians. More details and other important stories will follow. CNF rejects allegation by Chin Brotherhood regarding death of AA member during detention. The Chin National Front CNF has rejected the allegation made by the Chin Brotherhood CB, claiming that a member of the ARC and Army AA died due to torture while in CNF custody, calling it a baseless accusation. During the clashes in Matapi, southern Chinland, the CNF-CNA captured AA soldiers, allied forces of the Chin Brotherhood. On May 4th, the Chin Brotherhood released a statement alleging that the AA soldier had died due to inhumane torture during detention by CNF. In a response, CNF-CNA spokesperson Sly Tetney stated that CNF adheres international laws in the treatment of prisoners of war and does not engage in any form of torture. He added that AA member died due to pre-existing health issues and medical examination records are properly documented. The Chin Brotherhood's allegation came at a time when the global Kumi organization, GKO, had just released a report on May 3rd exposing human rights abuses, killings, and sexual violence committed by the AA against civilians in Palawa Township, southern Chinland. CNF stated that the CB is now attempting to deflect attention by making baseless accusations against CNF. Back in June 2024, during the Matapi offensive in southern Chinland, clashes broke out between the joint forces of the Chinland Council, led by CNF, and AA troops aligned with the Chin Brotherhood, resulting in mutual arrests. The detained personnel from both sides were exchanged on March 29, 2025. CNF emphasized that these current accusations only suffered after the prisoner exchange and are politically motivated. Although the Chin Brotherhood has not made any public statement regarding the AA's human rights violations against Chin civilians in Palawa, it has chosen to condemn CNF over the death of an AA soldier who died of health complications. AA soldiers accused of raping Chin woman in Palawa. Chin government demands justice. The Chinland government and the Ministry of Women, Youth and Children Affairs have strongly condemned the rape of a Chin woman by 2 ARC and Army AA soldiers in Saisin village, Palawa Township. They are demanding transparent legal action and appropriate punishment for the perpetrators. According to the statement released on May 2nd, the AA has been carrying out military operations and established bases in Palawa region of Chinland without local consent under the pretext of resisting the military dictatorship. This has caused several distress to local civilians, including arbitrary arrests, torture, and frequent threats to their lives and homes. The two AA soldiers allegedly raped the Chin woman with clear intent while she was out near her farm, just a 10-minute walk from the village. The incident reportedly occurred on April 5th while the woman, mother of a 2-year-old child, was alone. The suspects attempted to drown her after the assault, but her mother-in-law arrived at the scene and cried for help, enabling her rescue. The Chinland government has stated that such heinous acts could fuel ethnic division and hatred among indigenous communities. They have called for the prosecution of the perpetrators in a fair and transparent legal process and emphasized that justice must be served. The ministry also urged that the survivor be provided with both physical and mental health care, legal protection, and necessary support services. The statement ended with a strong warning to the AA, urging them not to commit such brutal acts against Chin civilians in the future. AA spokesperson U Tuka previously stated that the two soldiers had been detained and the appropriate actions would be taken. However, nearly a month has passed since the incident, and no information has been released about any disciplinary or legal measures taken against the perpetrators. Over 20 junta troops killed in 3-day battle in southern Calais. Resistance forces seize strategic bases. A 3-day battle erupted in southern Calais Township, Zagai region, when the terrorist military council launched a major offensive into Janta village, resulting in the death of around 20 junta troops, according to the Chin National Front, CNF. On April 25th, junta forces, approximately 300 strong, advanced from Hantawudi village near the Calais-Magui border and attacked Janta using 2 military columns. Fierce clashes ensued and continued until April 27th, with the resistant forces inflicting heavy casualties on the junta's side and capturing 8 weapons, CNF spokesperson Salai Titney stated. On the final day of fighting, resistant forces reportedly hit a junta Mi-35 helicopter gunship, forcing to make an emergency landing. As battle raged, the military regime carried out airstrikes along the Galei-Gangor highway, including on Net Chang, Changkwa, and Wibulat town in Phalam Township, resulting in the deaths of 4 civilians and injured at least 10 others. Over 15 buildings, including monasteries and homes, were also destroyed. Meanwhile, resistant forces under the CDF-KKG major operation seized control of several junta strongholds along the Galei-Gangor highway, including Gabani, Mando, Aontaya east and west, and Busoti-controlled Janta village. Junta airstrikes target Wibula, 6 civilians injured and 15 homes destroyed. On April 27, the junta carried out airstrikes on Wibula in Phalam Township, Chinland, leading to the destruction of 15 homes, including a Buddhist monastery. While there were no reported civilian deaths, 6 civilians were injured in the attack, according to local sources. The junta launched 2 rounds of aerial bombardments around 8:30 p.m. that evening, despite Wibula being a cleansed town with no ongoing ground battles. Local sources confirmed that although no fatalities were reported, the bombing caused significant damage and 15 homes, including a monastery, were destroyed. The junta has been increasing its airstrikes in the area near the Calais southern region due to intensifying battle between the junta and resistant forces. From April 25th to 27, junta forces conducted air raids on Net Chang, Nam Nhai, Tampo, Jaw, Aonchanta, and Mando villages in Calais southern region, resulting in deaths of 4 civilians. Zomi National Party applies for registration to participate in junta's upcoming election. The Zomi National Party has applied to the junta for permission to establish a political party and compete in the upcoming general election, according to sources. Under the Political Parties Registration Law, Section 3, the party submitted its registration application to the junta's Union Election Commission on April 30th, as reported by junta-run newspaper Chinland. As of today, a total of 24 parties have applied for party registration under Section 3 of the Political Parties Registration Law, while 50 additional parties have applied for continued recognition as political parties under Section 25, bringing the total number of registered parties to 74. In Chinland, the political parties have applied for registration include the Chin People's Party, the Chin Progressive Congress, and the Zomi National Party. Among them, the Chin People's Party's application to registration was rejected by the Election Commission on May 14, 2024. The Zomi Democratic Coalition, ZDC, a long-established political party in Chinland, also applied to continue its operations but was rejected by the Election Commission on August 5, 2024. 96 civilians killed in April due to junta's violent actions, according to AAPP. The Assistant Association for Political Prisoners, AAPP, has reported that 96 civilians were killed across Myanmar in April due to violent actions by the junta's forces. From April 1st to April 30th, a total of 96 people, including 48 women and 48 men, lost their lives because of the military junta's violence. The AAPP confirmed the details along with their names. Among the deceased, 21 children under the age of 18 were killed and 72 people were reported to have died due to airstrikes carried out by the junta. The highest number of fatalities occurred in Sagaing region with 37 deaths, followed by Mandalay region with reported 12 deaths, according to AAPP's statement. Since the unlawful military coup on February 1st, 2021 until April 30th, the Spring Revolution period has seen a total of 6,589 individuals, including democracy activists and civilians, killed due to the violent actions of the junta and its affiliated forces. 242 people killed in airstrikes during earthquake relief period, says NUG. The National Unity Government, NUG, reported on April 28th that 242 people lost their lives due to airstrikes carried out by the junta during the earthquake aftermath period. From March 28 to April 25th, there were 225 airstrikes reported. Among the victims, 29 children under the age of 18 were killed. In addition, 391 people, including 33 children, were injured, according to the NUG's statement. The most significant casualties occurred in Sagaing region and Mandalay region. In Sagaing region, there were 52 airstrikes, resulting 80 deaths and 121 injuries. In Mandalay region, there were 48 airstrikes, leading to 57 deaths and 97 injuries. Airstrikes occurred not only in Sagaing, Mandalay, and Magway regions, but also in Kachin, Gaya, Kayin, Chin, Mon, Rakhine, and Shan states, as well as Tanindari, Bago, Ayeyarwady regions, according to the NUG. While the junta had declared a ceasefire for the earthquake recovery until the end of April, the airstrikes and military operations continue to be carried out. That concludes our news for this week. Thank you so much for supporting VOC and have a great week.